Hi everyone, here is Lucky Ant. Welcome to our channel.
Today, we will continue our discussion about the movie The Big Short. In our last video, we introduced the 2008 financial crisis and the three groups of smart cookies who foreseen it.
Click the link on the right corner if you want to check it out. You will not regret that.
Have you ever wondered why the housing bubble accumulated so dramatically that time? Its causes are exactly what we are going to talk about in this video.
The process of how the bubble grows is quite similar to how a poor quality chair is produced. Let's see who should be responsible for the poor quality chairs. The first group is the manufacturer, who creates low-grade parts. They send those parts to the second group, like furniture companies, who assemble the parts together. The furniture companies are allured by the low cost of those parts, so they use them without fully evaluating the risk of using inferior parts. The third groups are regulators. They haven't properly examined the quality of the chairs and watched those poor quality chairs flow to the market.
In the 2008 financial crisis, collateralized debt obligation (CDO) was the chair where people could park their money. However, a lot of them failed, which causes the domino effect on the global market. CDO had more complicated structures, so people cannot spot the bad parts right away. And to understand the chair CDO, let's take a look at the whole supply chain process of the chair. We found there are three groups who shall take the blame on the process of building the chair CDO. Let's see the first group of chair supply chain, the commercial banks, as a typical representative. The initial parts they produced are bundles of mortgages. To ensure the quality of parts, nowadays, the commercial banks usually have to do due diligence on home buyers. Unfortunately, the mortgage brokers from commercial banks at that time were having terrible lending practices.
Even if they have no money?
Well, my firm offers ninja loans. No income, no job. I just leave the income section blank if I want. Corporate doesn't care.
As shown in the movie, they didn't do due diligence and try to sign off as many mortgages as they could to get paid.
Oh, do applicants ever get rejected?
Seriously? Look, if they get rejected, I suck at my job.
There may even be mortgage frauds involved as suggested.
Your monthlies could go up 200-300%.
James says I can always refinance.
Well, he's a liar.
From the video clip, the mortgage brokers did not fully disclose the risk of adjustable rate mortgages to the borrowers. As a result, the first group made many low-grade parts, subprime mortgages. A question concerned the commercial banks most was, was there a way to receive payments earlier so that they could make more money by relending them?
Yes, in short, they could sell a bundle of mortgages to the second group of the chair supply chain. Investment banks. In this way, commercial banks receive lump sum payments right away, and investment banks receive the rights to get those monthly mortgage payments. Of course, for the sake of profits, subprime mortgages were hidden within those bundles sold to the second group.
There is a mysterious entity set up by investment banks, special purpose entity. It unpacked the mortgage bundles and assembled those parts into chairs.
Yay! Our chair is almost there.
As a first step, they use those mortgages to build mortgage-backed securities. In general, MBS works like a bridge from the mortgage borrowers to the investors. The mortgage payments made by the mortgage borrowers got passed to the investors. The investment bank no longer bore the risk of the mortgages. The way of passing the payments is more complex than walking across a bridge. We are going to explain it in another video.
Those MBS with low-risk mortgages were sold out quickly because they had beautiful credit ratings and people believed everyone would pay their mortgages. Then what about MBS created with subprime mortgages? Those MBS were bad apples because subprime loans are bad parts with higher default risk. Investment banks would not allow it to roll in their hands. Here was when collateralized debt obligation CDO came in handy.
Being the crafty and morally onerous chef that I am, whatever crappy levels of the bond I don't sell, I throw into a seafood stew. See, it's not old fish, it's a whole new thing. And the best part is they're eating 3-day-old halibut. That is a CDO.
CDOs are made of various financial securities, including MBS, so they are more difficult to evaluate.
Mortgage-backed securities, subprime loans, tranches. It's pretty confusing, right? Does it make you feel bored or stupid? Well, it's supposed to.
Most people couldn't find out that they came from those bad apples. That meant they sold at a price higher than their value. As a result, they were golden goods to the secondary. Allured by mammon, investment banks neglected risk control and took in more and more subprime mortgages. Therefore, hundreds and thousands of low-quality chairs were created.
Before the chairs, CDO flew into the market. They were still under supervision of regulators, the third group. As responsible regulators, they were supposed to detect that those CDOs built from subprime mortgages were super risky, and they should disclose the risk comprehensively to investors using credit ratings.
However, the SEC stopped investigating the mortgages due to budget cuts. What an unfortunate and sarcastic reason.
Oh, we don't investigate mortgage bonds. Truth is, since we had our budget cut, we don't investigate much.
And the credit rating companies sold rates of housing bonds without carefully evaluating the underlying mortgages.
If we don't give them the ratings, they'll go to Moody's, right down the block. If we don't work with them, they will go to our competitors. Not our fault, simply the way the world works.
Overall, from the movie, what three group did led the burst of a housing bubble, and that gave us everlasting lessons. The MBS and the CDO we mentioned in this video can be more complex and have many other creative uses. Please comment down below if you want to share anything interesting about it or subjects related. Thank you for watching. We appreciate your time. If you enjoyed this video, don't hesitate to like it and comment it down below.
Don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell so that you can see each of our upcoming videos. Thank you! We'll see you in our next video.